This is a desktop tripod. I was sent this item to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $40. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. So in the box, we have a little carry bag with the tripod inside, and the tripod has a handle here that we're going to have to screw on ourselves, and it has a piece of instructions folded inside of it, and then the tripod itself. So I have to say, just pulling it out of the bag, at this price point, I'm pretty impressed. You know, this is a pretty nice feeling little tripod. You know, it's small, it's a tabletop type tripod, but it has kind of your typical kind of reverse fold tripod setup where the legs come up, and each leg has this little clicky thing that pops into 2 or 3 different settings. You can do it that way, or you can go up like this, or you can go like that, or you can fold it all the way up. So the legs are very stiff. I'm putting a decent amount of force to get them to position themselves where they need to be. It has a little ball head here, and it has a quick release plate there that goes and clamps in. And if I figure out where this handle goes, it looks like the handle just can be screwed into the side of this guy. So you basically can pick left or right-handed usage. So you can put it on this side or you can put it on that side. And it looks like this ball head will unscrew from the tripod. So yeah, and it's a 3/8 inch thread. I was kind of expecting a 1/4 inch thread at this size. But so basically you have a detachable ball head and a mini tripod, and you can use them together or separately. These legs extend out, and here's the first place where I'm starting to say, okay, this is the price point. I'm seeing that price point come out here, because everything else about this tripod was very kind of heavy duty, solid feeling. But those extendable legs, that's where we get to kind of the, very kind of thin metal with some plastic things inside of them. So when you have this guy out, let's see if I can get this guy all the way out. There we go. So perfectly good for a small tripod like this that's supposed to hold up to 13 pounds, but it is not kind of as nice feeling as the aluminum head part up here. And I suspect with this tripod, you're kind of supposed to use it, as a, you're on a small table, or you already have it up on something, and so you may not be extending those legs too frequently. But that's the point where I was like, oh, okay, I see the price point hit, right there. Now, the head here, it's a ball head, and you have little handles, so if you kind of loosen it up a little bit, you can just use it like a pan head, but it really is just a ball head. And they have this lock here for the rotation lock. So I'm going to screw this guy on. All right, so that guy's screwed on. I'm loosening the rotation. It rotates, very smoothly there. So you can do a very nice pan. Now, when you're tilting, you're basically going to be using this ball head tilt, and so you risk turning left and right, as part of your tilt operation. So it's a ball head with a nice panning motion available from the base there. So it's not quite as nice as a pan tilt tripod, but if you're just trying to set your camera and get it aimed and there you go, that ball head's perfectly fine. And if you just need to do a little bit of panning and you're not worried too much about the tilt, this guy pans very well. I think it's the tilting operation where you're going to be having to manually control the roll while you're doing the tilting operation. So that's just something, if you're doing a lot of tilts, your rolling is going to be happening at the same time. All right, so at this price point, I am pretty impressed with what we've seen so far. Let me see about this guy here. This guy goes up and down a little bit. I'm not seeing a big benefit there unless I can put it underneath. So let me see if I can pull this out and go underneath. All right, so there is a hole here which looks like, again, a 3/8 inch hole, and this little metal piece screws out. That's metal as well, And so that guy could potentially be flipped over like this. And so you could use this to mount your camera underneath. At that point, I think you're going to have to pop these legs out to get, the ball head down under there. But at this point, you can screw the head onto here. You might have to adjust this handle, maybe take the handle and point it down like that. So you could hang a camera below this and do a little bit of panning, tilting, and inadvertent rotation there. Alright, so the entire unit here weighs in at 1 pound and basically 12 ounces, or 785 grams. So as a little mini tripod, it's still kind of hefty because a lot of these parts are metal. So the tripod itself is 474 grams, and this little ball head with the pan rotation on the bottom is 311 grams. Now, because this is such a smaller thing, it feels a lot more dense than the tripod. All right, so the legs extend out and they click. They each click in place separately. So when you unclick them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 unclicks, and then they all go in. So I'd say that if something on this tripod's going to break, I think it's these little leg sections, because the kind of pieces of metal and the plastic inside them, that is the part that feels kind of weakest to me. Everything else about this is, very kind of heavy duty and standard. So if you're just planning on using this, like just on the table, you're going to have, no problems with this guy. Those legs they're working fine for me. I'm just thinking that that's the bit you're going to have to be careful with, because that's the part that feels most like the price point of this tripod. Everything else on this tripod at this price point is pretty impressive to me, I think. So it's essentially like a big boy reverse fold tripod, except that they've had to gone a little cheap on the legs to get it to fit in the small size. And at this price point, but the head here and the little mini handle that can be reversed to either side and flipped up and down, this guy here is pretty fast and easy to get on and off. There's just essentially a pin that goes in, and there's a little hole. So that pin goes right through that hole, and so you can basically do up, down, left, right on either side, and that guy works there pretty well. So, I'm pretty impressed overall at the price point for what you're getting on this little tripod here. So if you're looking to mount a camera, low to a flat surface, the wide stance here gives it lots of stability, and so you can point a camera where you want it very quickly and be off. So the quick release plate works pretty well. It just has a little thumb screw here. If you want to try to get things really tight, you can put in just a slotted screwdriver. It has nice pads up there to keep it from rotating too much. In the top here, underneath the QR plate, there is a bubble level, so you can use that to try to get this guy level, but you'll have to take your camera off to do that. And they also have a bubble level in this guy right here, and so if you're trying to go sideways like that, you can get things level with that, so you can have some decent number of leveling opportunities there. Now when you fold it up, there's no easy way to get this head down any lower than it is there. And so what that means is this handle is going to stick out to the side. So you will probably have to unscrew that guy and store this separately if you want to put this package back in the storage bag that it came with. So you will be taking that handle on and off a little bit. On the other hand, with this being a ball mount, you really, if you're holding a camera on it, you can just adjust your camera and point it where you want and tighten it down. So you really don't need that handle, I think, unless you're trying to move this guy, maybe using the base here to rotate, on that base, or maybe loosening up the ball mount and trying to do a little bit of tilting. So this might be something where if you're just doing fixed camera positions, you set things up so it's not with the handle and you just don't put the handle on. Now, one thing I've noticed is that this base you have to click these guys exactly right to get it to be level, because there's 2 or 3 different click settings, and so if one is off, well, it's going to be not level. And it can be partially off, so it hasn't clicked all the way in and be close to level but not quite right, and it's pretty stiff, so you may not notice that it hasn't popped all the way up. So you do have to set them into the same click and pull it into the click position. Now these guys here are difficult to push down if it's locked, so if you push this down a little bit, it's super easy to hold down. So it's not difficult to change the position as long as you push down on it to release that and then hold this in. It does include these 2 Allen wrenches, so if you don't like the tightness on these guys here, you can adjust the tightness of those screws to make these guys easier to turn. Although I've been turning them back and forth here, and they've gotten easier since I started. So it might be at some point if they get too loose, you need to tighten them back up. But they do include 2 of these Allen wrenches. Now I should point out that the QR plate doesn't use an Allen wrench, it uses a slotted screwdriver. So this QR plate has the 2 screws there that go into these slots, so that if you have this guy and it's just loose, it will not fall out. You'll notice, hey, my camera's loose. But once you tighten that all the way in place, that guy locks in there pretty darn well. So the bag is small enough that getting it back into the bag requires 2 hands. You kind of have to, move this bag around the different parts here. And you will definitely need to remove that removable handle to get it back in the bag. The handle goes inside there with it, but won't fit when it's attached to the head. And, so it's a nice little compact package there.